Oh boy, where to even begin with this one? Though in the last episode of BlazeAndCaves, which, if you didn't know, is a data pack that adds hundreds of new advancements into Minecraft, which, if you didn't know, I'm trying to complete, I finally completed my very first full tab of advancements. This, however, was a pretty big task to do, so for this video I was left with a choice. Would I complete another full tab? Or double it and give it to the next person. The next person is also me, by the way, so yeah, in this episode, we will find out why I thought it was a good idea to complete 2 of these tabs at once and see how it has affected my sanity and ability to function as a normal person. Like the video if you end up enjoying it, and subscribe if you're new here. We are very close to 400 subs and your support so far has been so much appreciated. Thank you all so much. Bro, my freaking roommates, they just got home. I was just starting to record all of this. And now they're home. I'm gonna be quiet because else they think that I'm just some annoying YouTuber. I mean, I am. Okay, so the first big question I need to answer is, what tabs did I go for next? So let me explain. At the end of the last video, I already decided to go for the redstone tab next, since it seemed to be a relatively easy thing to do and I kinda just felt like it'd be fun to make a bunch of redstone components. And I was going to have to make a lot of them, because what I presumed would be the hardest advancement in the tab, the Master Engineer advancement, requires me to craft a stack of every single type of redstone component. Now you might say, wow sJonneY, that is a pretty big task to do, but the way I saw it is that if I completed that advancement, I would already have completed about half of the advancements on the entire tab, since all of them only require me to acquire a redstone component. But I would then also have all the materials to complete the other half of the tab, and when you put it like that, it does sound a bit easy, doesn't it? Well, that's exactly what I thought, and it just so happens that this pack has another tab that I assume to be quite easy. The Potions tab. It is by far the smallest tab in the entire data pack, not counting your progression checker, which I don't because it's a progression checker, so I already had the plans to combine this Potions tab with another easy tab in the future anyway, so in my head this all just made sense. Now of course I hadn't fully unlocked all the potential advancements in either of these tabs, nor did I really do any research into them because I want to kinda surprise myself, but I'm sure that things will be fine. So I got started with doing some completely unrelated grinds like getting netherite and raiding the end, and yeah, I really thought this was going to be an easy video, didn't I? Well, at least I got some shiny new armor and some tools from it, and if that didn't show you that I wasn't in a hurry to complete these tabs, I also built myself a wither skeleton farm. Well, we'll get back to that. Alright, I just got back from the wither skeleton farm. It's not working great. It's very laggy for some reason. I don't know why. I might have to do some tweaking, even though I really don't want to do tweaking, but we got 27 skulls in total now, which is pretty good. I also got a whole bunch of coal. We need to crack on with the advancements, and obviously I need to get a stack of every single advancement, of every single redstone component, but we first need to get one of each component, and I have not checked what qualifies as a component and what does not qualify as a component. So we're just gonna kind of chance it. But before I could even make any progress at all... Wait, is it thundering? I mean, it's thundering? I know what this means. Because if it's thundering, I need to stand up top. It's thundering. I need to stand on top of this thing. Please, hit me. It's for an advancement. Please. Oh, that scared the living heck out of me. Okay, well that's good. Name tag Q. Now our task is to not only name tag a creeper and not let it explode. I also need to do that. And then I need to get said creeper into the boat. Get in there. Okay, good. That's name tag Q, I think. So we can get a piglin head later. Okay, so in today's episode of sJonneY bits off more than he can chew, the redstone advancement that I thought would be fine is actually not fine, because even coming up with a list of all the components proved to be quite difficult. This is something that will come up more in this video later. Times where the game wants me to collect all items of a category or kill all hostile mobs and then only provides a final number and not a list of set items or mobs. This means that I must not only make my own list, but I also need to constantly update them without knowing if the list that I made was even correct in the first place. And I'm not joking, if anything delayed this video most, it might have been that. The amount of times that my lists were wrong is unreal. Either way, I luckily ended up noticing that if you count every single item in the redstone creative menu, it is the exact same number as the components that I need to collect for the advancement. And after some collecting and even building a beef farm, I now had one of each component. Oh boy, only 63 to go. Alright, well, you've already seen it there, but we've completed the engineer part of the master engineer thing, which means that we have every single component in here right now. The one thing that I'm not entirely sure on is if I need a shrieker or a catalyst. I guess I'm just gonna farm up both in the future. We're gonna need to get a lot of stuff for it, so let's get going. I was going to need a bunch of stone for my components, which means that a haste 2 beacon would be very useful, don't you think? And well, it just so happens that one of the advancements in the redstone tab requires me to kill a wither next to a skull catalyst. See, and now this is where the wither farm comes in. I did kind of plan that. Are you proud of me? Let's see if I even still know how to set this up correctly. It's been a little minute. Cool. Well, I brought a spare just in case it goes wrong, but I assume this is gonna be. This feels right. Oh, you got another wither skull from that. Yeah, you're very cool. Nice. Got another wither skull from that as well. And I completely forgot to put the skull catalyst down, I just realized. That's what we came for. Oh, goddamn. Okay, well, we're gonna go do another one then. Oh, yep, that worked. Should we just keep this here? Should we just keep this here? This looks pretty cool. With my beacon ready, it was time to farm a bunch of materials to craft into components. And I'll spare you the details here. I'm sure you're all extremely excited to see me craft a stack of redstone torches, but you'll just have to do with boring jukeboxes instead. Poor you. Right, this one's gonna hurt. I think you already know what we're gonna do. Ow. Ouch. I do need to set up a farm at some point for skulk, and I do have an idea as to how I want to do that. But before I could put my ideas into motion, disaster struck, because I had unlocked another hard advancement. I have some bad news. I was just looking around at the skulk bit because it has expanded, which is interesting. Oh no. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Okay, so at first glance, this might not seem too bad. However, for me, this was really, really bad. Not only was I already in the middle of an advancement that was admittedly a lot harder than I had anticipated, but I hadn't even started on the potions tab yet. And now the game also threw this at me. The obvious smart thing to do here was probably to just scrap the potions bit from this video entirely, but I'm suffering from a little thing called... how would you say it? Stubbornness. Anyway, here's me attempting to convert my Enderman farm into a skulk farm. No clue if this is actually going to work. No clue if this is actually a smart idea. Oh, it's not... It doesn't occur if it's not above solid blocks, meaning that these hoppers that we have here, well, they make it so that it doesn't work. Well, we don't really need these hoppers though, because they not gonna lie, they don't do much. Right? Now this should work. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it is also doing this to our farm. But you know what? Who cares? We're not getting much on our little platform though, sadly. So because of that, and also because Skull Catalyst actually cannot spawn other Skull Catalyst, shocking, I know, I had to go back into the Deep Dark anyways. It went pretty well until I accidentally placed one of my Shriekers instead of a wool block. Yeah, you can all laugh at me. Whatever. Was the wrong thing. That was the wrong block. I would have to place a wool block there, but I accidentally put down one of my Shriekers. It's really bad. Because that also means that we're now one Shrieker down. Meaning we still need to get 10 more. Oh, he's right there. I only need 10 more, and then I have everything. Jeez, this is a little scary. Oh, yikes. I thought I had more strikes. I thought strikes reset after you spawn one in. Apparently not. Okay, that's great. I don't need another Swift Sneak 3 though. I already have 2 now. But maybe it'll be fine if I do this. It is not fine. Goodbye. Goodbye, dude. Oh, I set up another one. Oh, now I'm panicking. Ah. Let's go to a safe spot. Oh. That scared the life out of me. Okay. Let's just wait a second here. Looks like it's the only one. And it is. Okay, great. Oh, and there's my ticket out of here. Can you leave? I am trying to open this chest. Thank you. And boom. The incredible skulk. Every single skulk item collected. Right, let us see if there's anything else it wants us to do. All the shulker boxes completely filled with skulk. Oh, I forgot about that one. I'll do that some other time. Now that I was narrowing down my list of remaining components, I noticed that I was actually one item short, and it turns out you have to get a stack of regular redstone ore, not the deep slate variant like I did. Right, so that did count towards... Oh my god, that is absolutely diabolical. Okay, so apparently deep slate redstone ore does not count towards the progression. What does count towards the progression is regular redstone ore, which, if you don't know, is much rarer to get compared to deep slate redstone ore, because I've been in these caves for like the past hour or so. I don't think I'm going the right way. I am not. As you can see, yeah, I entered the pillager outpost. Oh! Happy New Year to you, I guess. I knew we were gonna hit that at some point during this episode. That still caught me off guard though. And after that, only 3 real items remained until I had completed the Master Engineer advancement. At this point, I kinda gotta wait for honey and bells and slime. Honestly, don't need that much of it. I could just visit a trial chamber for that, or just make like a slime potion or something like that. Actually, let's just try that before I go in AFK. Which does mean we need to sacrifice a slime block, but that's okay. That's what we do. That should be good. Let's throw the potion. Oh yes, that works. Oh, that works a little bit too well. Stay away, beasts. Oh, they can't get me here. That's actually pretty good. Okay, let's make some inventory space for all these slime balls. This worked way too well, dude. So damn, from one potion, we got like a couple stacks worth of slime balls. I should have never even tried digging the slime hole. Oh yeah. Very good. And after some honey AFKing and a lot of bell trading, my collection was complete. A task that I had assumed would both be easy to do and also be the hardest thing that I would do in this video turned out to be neither of those. Oh well, at least I can now focus on things other than collecting a stack of droppers. But before I could make any progress on that, I once again got interrupted by the thunder gods themselves. Wait, is it thundering again? It is thundering again. You can see how long these episodes usually take to make. Nice. Oh, that was it already? Damn, okay. Well, at least we got 2 more creeper heads, I guess. The game didn't want to distract us this much, I guess. I also failed my first attempt at a Furious Cocktail, by the way. I think I forgot the webbing potion or something. Not too big of a deal, but this did basically lead me to not wanting to work on the potions for a bit. So instead, I just launched myself into space, as you do. One pretty big side note here. I guess you'd call it a main note. Okay, the main note here is that for this TNT cannon to work, I needed to set my game to peaceful mode. I did a lot of testing for this also in the creative world, but for some reason my design just didn't work in any other modes. Even if I added more TNT, even if I didn't have blast resistant armor on, I don't know. It just didn't work at all. So yeah, I had to set it to peaceful mode, and this did mean that I had to replace both my zombies in both the iron farm and the villager conversion setup. But hey, at least I got the advancement. On a completely different note, I also unlocked a new note block advancement, for which I am going to need 1 of each mob head. And the only mob head that I still need is obviously a piglin head. But I mean, I have a charged creeper saved for a situation like this. And oh yeah, he despawned due to peaceful mode as well. I would do a swear here if I wasn't so family friendly. That is the worst line I've ever written in any of my scripts. To blow off some steam, I decided to get a shulker box full of skulk. And then I realized that I have to be full skulk blocks. After fixing that mistake, I then traveled 1 kilometer by rail, and I realized that the end gateways are not an easy way to cheat the system. A lot of realizations here. So instead I found a different way to cheat the system. And with all that done, there were only 3 highly annoying redstone advancements left to complete. The Traveling Bard, Monstrous Music, and of course, Monstrous Sacrifices. But all of those require either high effort or a lot of luck, and seeing that I was not in the mood for effort and I had not yet won the lottery that day, I instead tackled the potions tab again. And this also required me to make a turtle farm, since we're going to need the turtle potion for some advancements in the future. And while I waited for my turtles to hatch, I started the Mad Scientist advancement. I actually considered this one to be the hardest advancement of the entire tab when I started, but hey, for once it actually turned out to be easier than I thought. Isn't that nice? But as my turtles had finally hatched and also died due to suffocation, it was now time to retry a Furious Cocktail. But also to get attacked by a hostile mob at the same time, because that's also an advancement for some reason. And what could possibly go wrong? No, seriously, what went wrong here? We'll get back to this, but I kind of feel like this advancement is either bugged or just very unfair. So to feel just any sort of accomplishment at all, I decided to construct a maxed beacon. No real reason as to why. I just needed a win, man. And I would later get another win, because soon after my villagers were fully cured and I finally felt motivated enough to slay some monsters. Next to some skull catalysts. Yippee. If I crit one of these guys with my axe, will they just die in one hit? And will they not get aggro on me? Should we test that? That in fact did not work. They're coming. Oh my god, they're coming. Grab that. Leave. Goodbye. Okay, well, we did end up in a cave. Okay, you want to become Zoglinified, buddy? Okay, good. Oh, that was all the nether mobs. The only problem is, according to... I didn't start making this list, obviously, so there are 3 mobs that I've apparently already killed near Skull Catalyst, and I don't know which ones those are, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll hopefully be fine. Oh yeah, it's raiding time. Oh, there's one. Oh, I completely forgot to put down the skulk stuff. Let me do that. Let's go. Please let that be the end. Thank you. It's a bit of a hollow victory, I guess, but because most of the villagers died. But things did not go as well as I'd hoped, and I will let gameplay as sJonneY explain this for once. Well, now I'm getting really confused because I only have 1 mob left apparently. And I mean, there's a possibility that I made a mistake as to what mobs do and don't count. I don't know if the Ender Dragon, for example, counts. I haven't killed the Ender Dragon nearest Cocalis, but I thought that wouldn't count. But maybe it does. Maybe I need to kill the Warden. I don't know. Don't want to do that. But I've almost gone through my list twice now. That's how we're doing at the moment. That's how life is. Basically, my list was flawed, and I only had a single mob left to kill, and without any other clue, I just kind of went for the Ender Dragon. My badminton training starts at 10 minutes, and it's a 10-minute bike, and I haven't packed my things yet. I'm gonna be late because of you. Okay, did you bloom spread? And you didn't. Oh, come on, dude. I am so mad. Wow. What am I doing wrong? Okay, well, that didn't work. And yes, I was late for my badminton practice because of that, by the way. But luckily, my frontal lobe finally decided to develop itself fully, as I finally got the smart idea to just look online for help. And what I found was pretty good. Now this, my friends, is truly wonderful. Look at this. I don't have to make lists on my notes app anymore. Apparently there's a mod out there that just tells you what to do. Look. Oh my god. I actually looked up a video by a person named Pointy Plays, who apparently has been doing this BlazeAndCaves thing way before I did it. So yeah, you know, I'm a clout chaser of Pointy Plays, but no. He actually showed the mod in his series, meaning that, you know, I know it exists now. And with the help of the mod, I could now finally see that the last mob that I had to kill was the Warden after all. Come over here, bro. Thank God I had that. That didn't go according to plan at all. I didn't... Yes! Yes! Yes, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes! Okay, wasn't the prettiest setup. I guess I'm just a failed Pointy Plays here. But what matters is that I did it, and the mod really ended up helping me here. Would it have saved me a few hours of my life and a lot of unnecessary mob killing if I had found it earlier? Definitely. But the fact that I now could do all these laundry list advancements with certainty helps a lot. I know this might seem like cheating to some of you, and if it is, honestly, I'm just gonna start a cheating sandal right here because I am not playing without it anymore. To prove how useful this mod really is, it also helped me to absolutely crush not one, not two, but 3 difficult advancements in a row, and one of them was even a super advancement. Boom, baby. Hell yeah. Right, not only that, I should also... yeah. Need windswept forest. Is that somewhere here? Are we ready? Are we ready, everyone? First super advancement complete. Any second. Look at that. That is really good. That is the first one. I mean, it's also one of the easiest ones, but it's the first one. And we only need to do that one, which we cannot do right now because it's not thundering. Which means we need to do one of these 4. Yay! I love crafting tipped arrows. I love failing Furious Test Subject again. I love spending 30 minutes in my creative world fiddling around with potions because literally no one online has any recordings of a Furious Test Subject anywhere. Really, I looked. Not even Pointy Plays anything, and that is saying something. The answer was swapping a zombie for a creeper, by the way, for literally whatever reason. That works. Team Plays, he is. Yes. Yes. I still think a zombie should have just worked here as well, but whatever. At least it helped me work towards my final potions advancement, that being Gas Bomb. A pretty annoying one if it wasn't for the fact that in one explosion, the one you just saw, I had already completed most of the advancement. The only effects I still needed were Withering and Levitation. And the Withering effect was, in all honesty, pretty easy to get, because yes, I do own a Wither skeleton to farm. Oh my god, thanks for noticing. And with 1.21 boat physics, getting a shulker into the overworld has never been easier. Not gonna lie, I thought this was going to be a real pain, but it only turned out to be mild pain. Oh my goodness. I've exported shulkers in the past, and it was a nightmare, because you couldn't lead boats. But then, as I was doing some research, you can obviously now just lead boats and get your shulker in that way. No stressing with potions and keeping the shulker alive and whatnot. Look, we're already here. Nah, yeah, let me just yoink you in here, buddy. Oh yes. Please, please, please. Please. You still have the particles, you do. Yes! I'm leaving you here, buddy. I'm getting all the other shulker advancements at some other point in time. And with that, 79 out of the 80 advancements were now completed. But the thing that I was most worried about did end up happening. I now needed to wait for it to thunder so I could get another charged creeper for my piglin head. And yes, if I was smart, I would have done it before I set the game to peaceful mode, but that moment had now far gone. So I just left the world open in the background while I was doing other things. I had it open while I was doing homework, I had it open while I was drawing, or really open at any other time that I could. The urge to spawn in a thunderstorm here was very high, but I've already done enough cheaty things in this video. Plus it was my own stupid fault that I was in this situation to begin with. And I'm gonna be honest, I lost count of how many hours I left the world open, letting my character just stare into empty space, hoping to see a lightning strike. But after so long, I finally got it. Okay, everyone, stay calm, stay calm. It finally happened. I've been AFK with this world open for like the past, I want to say 3 days. It's been a few days since I've had thunder. I've just been having it on in the background while I was doing other things, and now it finally thundered, and I'm literally just going to make a backup of this world just in case I mess something up, because I don't want to ruin this thunderstorm. Come on, creepers nearby. Creepers in your area. Yes. That's one. That's another one, but the most important thing... Oh, come on, go out of the way, will ya? Most important thing, I need to name tag this guy before he explodes. Okay. Please tell me you're in. You're not in. You're literally out of it, dude. Wait, where is this geezer? Did he just walk through the portal on his own? Okay, did he go through or not? And if not, where the hell did he go? Oh yeah, he's there. He's there, baby! He's right there! Okay, come here, buddy. He just walked involuntarily. That's not happened before. I mean, none of this has happened before. Very easy what you gotta do now. Oh, yes! Yes! That is exactly what we wanted. That is exactly what we wanted. That is exactly what we wanted. Yeah, I know you're starved for attention. This is it. This is the final thing that we gotta do. Right there. And once I right click this, boom. The midnight monsters. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Goodbye. In the last episode, I learned to have the confidence to beat one of these tabs. In this episode, however, I learned to not get too overconfident either, because oh my god, this was pretty painful. We are definitely scaling things back a bit because I really need it. Despite this, however, I have gotten more used to the pack, and I have learned to better manage my expectations for the future. Yeah, who am I kidding? Next episode, we are going to triple it and give it to the next person. The next person is still me, by the way. Just for clarification, that's a joke. I'm not gonna do 6 tabs in one video. Okay, subscribe, bye.